must be the Blue Palace. Really? Is this it? Solitude. A strange name for a city, don't you think, Mr. Whack? Yes, I mean, cities are anything but solitude. That's been my experience anyways. Wow. It's, not quite as cosmopolitan as I guess I had thought it would be. So, we are here. Gentlemen, please make yourself useful. Offload some gear if you wouldn't mind. Yes, you are going to offload some gear, as I said. I am going to make arrangements for our transportation. Okay, I have spoken to some people, made some arrangements. Yes, as I said, you offload gear. Mr. Whack, you may help him. Thank you. Just do not stray. Mr. Whack, I need you to please help Mr. Thero. Thank you. Yes, it is, not exactly what I had thought it would be. My goodness, look at the size of that. Interesting. What? Citizen? Oh, I am not from here, sir. I am from very far away from here, that's for sure. Hello? Anybody home? Excuse me? I need to make some travel arrangements, please. Mr. Whack, you are underfoot. Thero, have you offloaded the thing, my things? That is it.
My last patron was killed trying to tackle an entire fort of bandits alone.
Yes, well, he was a Nord, correct? Yes, you won't catch me doing that. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to hoof it, gentlemen.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Really? I haven't had a sweet roll lately. So, gentlemen, a good friend of mine has been kind enough to set us up with some travel arrangements here. We have a cart. I will be doing the driving. There should be no discussion about that. I'm an experienced cart driver. I should be doing that. But we have a cart, and this is going to take us to, what is it called? It's going to take us to, what is it? White Walk? No, White Run. This is silly me. White Run. Yes, I have a job lined up in White Run. I'm doing some tutoring, it seems. So, we are going to get there. We shall establish some lodging for ourselves and be about our business. I thank you all for accompanying me, but I assure you that once we are established, you shall move on. You'll be able to move on. I can take care of myself. That goes for you too, Mr. Whack, please. Are you listening? Are you listening to me? I can never tell. I can never tell if he's listening to me.
What's our next move?
Well, we're gonna go find the cart. So, up here is the stables. And I am told that this cart contains all the supplies we shall need in our travels. Yes. Manfred was kind enough to set me up with this. I seem to be a little short on funds these days, so... Yes, excuse me, sir. Well, don't mind my little purple friend. Well, that didn't sound good, did it? Sorry. Oh, here it is, a cart. Excellent! Ooh, look it. Look at Mr. Whack, it's even covered so you don't get rained on. Yes. Perfect. It's perfect! Excellent. Look at all this gear. Wonderful! Now, if only we had a beast of burden to pull it.
What's our next move?
Well, we must purchase our beast of burden to haul this. Hello? Oh my goodness, what time is it? Oh, look at this boy. Oh, he's sleeping. Look at that. He's sleeping. Well, we can't disturb him. All right, gentlemen. Let's, I guess, make ourselves comfortable. We'll wait until morning. We'll be respectful to these people. We have just, of course, landed in the province of Skyrim. We can't immediately start insulting people. Yes. So,
I grew up in the city of Blacklight in Marl.
I
If you
heard
ever get a chance, you should visit there. It's spectacular.
Well, get used to this, my friend. We are not going to be anywhere near Blacklight anytime soon. Yes, I regret that as well, but
What's our next move?
I already told you, sir. Make yourself useful. Be busy. Do something, please. I'm going to just, I'm just going to read. Oh, look. Is this my crates? Oh, these are my crates. This one is especially important. Yes. Very well. I think we just kill time, gentlemen, until we can actually, set off. So, enjoy yourselves. Stay out of trouble, Mr. Whack. Especially you. Thank you. Welcome, dear viewers, to CouchWarrior TV on YouTube. I'm the CouchWarrior, and you are watching Ashes, a Skyrim SE Let's Play featuring Marl, the Dunmer Mage. Well, welcome everybody to the very first episode of Ashes. I'm very excited about this one. I've been doing this for quite a few years now, and I have tried and experimented with many things, but this is the first time where I feel like I have finally hit on a style that is unique to CouchWarrior TV and really, I think, works toward my strengths as a role player and a Let's Player, and combines all the things that I discovered I liked about all the series that I've done in the past. So we're going to get a little bit of commentary. We're going to get some role play. We're going to get some cinematics. I'm very excited about it because I think that it's the perfect combination of things I like in this kind of content. So it's going to be, I think, a lot of fun and interesting to do. Plus, I think the character of Marl is going to be quite a lot of fun to play and watch him grow. The story that I have lined up for you here, I think, is pretty interesting and should be a lot of fun. So let's talk a little bit about Marl. Where are we at here? Well, as you can see, we're starting at level 2, so pretty low level. It took me one level just, frankly, to get everything set up so that I could be at the starting point that I wanted to be at. Right now, I have invested in Conjuration. That's about it. I kind of envision Marl as being primarily a Conjuration-focused mage. Okay? So going forward, that's kind of where we're going to focus our attention. But as I like to do with my Let's Plays, we're also going to keep things open, and we're going to see what the story brings us. So if something interesting presents itself, we're just going to roll with it and see what happens. So as you can see, Marlavor is a little bit older. And if you haven't had the opportunity to listen to any of the work that I've done leading up to this, I will give you a very quick background on Marl. Marl is obviously a Dunmer of House Telvanni, but he has focused most of his life on research and academics. He knows how to cast spells. He knows the principles of magic. In fact, he knows them very well. He just has not been a practitioner. He spent most of his life devoted to the study of nature, the environment, the behavior of magic in environments. He's dabbled in things like geology and astronomy. He's very well educated. He's extremely intelligent, but he is eccentric as hell. And he's kind of older, can be somewhat curmudgeonly, can be somewhat scatterbrained. However, we're going to see what happens with him here. And essentially, when we start the story, he is starting at low level as a mage because he has been an academic up until this point. Now, something has happened with Marl's research that has caused House Telvanni to basically disown him. He's sort of been kicked out of House Telvanni. And now he wasn't physically kicked out. Technically, he's still a member of House Telvanni, but they cut off all of his research funding. And by doing so, he essentially lost his livelihood. And in order to continue his work, in order to survive, he's got to get out into the world and do some things on his own and test his theories and continue his research out in the real world doing practical things. So all the things that he's learned over the years about magic from the academic sense, he's now going to have to put into practice. And so that's where Marl finds himself. If you're interested in more information about Marl's background, there are some interesting pieces on the YouTube channel. You can get to them also from charactercrusade.com. There's one called An Interview with Marl, which is kind of gives you about a 12-minute interview with Marl and sets the stage for why he lost his research funding. But we're going to be digging into that quite a bit. And then there's also a fairly substantial backstory that I have crafted here about what it is that Marl is researching, what his life's work is devoted to, and we'll be uncovering that as we go as well. So right now, Marl is in a position where he's got to get to Whiterun, and he's got this cart. Now, he goes to the cart, and inside the cart, he finds a note in the back of the cart. And we're going to read that note. Look, gentlemen, it's a note. It's a note from Ferdinand. Let's read this, shall we? Haha, Mr. Ferdinand. Dear Marlevor, I hope your travel was safe and that you are all well. Are we all well, gentlemen? Yes, we are here. We are well, indubitably. I have arranged a cart for you, but you will have to purchase a horse. I'm taking a big risk just for doing this for you. There are many people very annoyed with you at the moment. I hope the job goes well, and I wish you all the best of luck. I have pulled all the strings I can afford to pull. Please take care of yourself, Ferd. Well, that's somewhat disheartening, is it not? Yes, I would agree. There are many people who are annoyed with Marl at this point, but there's nothing to be done but buy a horse. How much does a horse cost? Let's find out. Our next move is to buy a horse. We've been talking about this extensively, Mr. Sado. Excuse me. Excuse me?
Business at the stables?
Yes. I need to purchase a beast of burden, please.
That's what I'm here for.
Great.
What are you offering?
Well... 1,000 gold. Good grief. That's horribly expensive, man. I don't have much money as it is. 1,000 gold? How about this? 500 gold for the horse, and my men here will harvest your potatoes. How about that? No? He's not the humorless.
Not much of a farm.
Very well.
How did they expect it to grow anything in this fashion?
There's enough for me.
Fine.
It's the one with the saddle.
Right, of course. One with a
You're heading
saddle.
up to Solitude. You should Stop to check out the view on your way.
I'm not.
It's a good one.
In a bit of a hurry.
What's our next move?
Good grief. Ugh, look it. 66 gold pieces left. We are destitute, gentlemen. Destitute. Well. What a handsome beast. Yes. Look at those shanks. Does anybody know how to hook this up? Let's see. How does this work exactly? I see loops. Mr. Whack, have you done this? I've not done this before. Let's see. Tether horse. Of course, that is what we do. You need a horse harness? I believe I have one of these. Do I not? Okay. Everybody, scour the cart. Look for a harness. There has to be one in here somewhere. Why would he give us a cart with no harness? That makes no sense whatsoever. Tether, more. Cargo. Let's look through the cargo. Yes. Yes. No. That is not what I need. Let's look in the chest. Looking for a harness. Anyone? Anyone find it? Ooh, look at these things. A tanning rack. And nails. Nails? Why do I need nails? Why do I need two kinds of shovels? What is it thinks that we're going to be doing? Oh, goodness. This is a disaster. I can't afford to buy a harness, I don't think. Let's see. Yes, no. Look at all these materials. Well, he did set us up with some gear, at least. So. Ooh, food. There's food. This is good. Oh, please. Oh, goodness. I think that we are in trouble, gentlemen. Oh, boy. I wonder... Okay, well... Let's see. What have we got here? Lots of things, but not what I need. Goodness. Very well. So what Marl needs to do is he needs to build himself a harness. So if we look at this, we've got a horse, and if we want to tether the horse, we need a horse harness. You can make a horse harness on a tanning rack. Okay? We can do that. So let's take a look at our cargo. Let's see. Not in here. One of these had a tanning rack in it. We're going to grab that. There we go. Got a tanning rack. And I think there was some smithing supplies, right? Oh, we've got torch oil. Food. Okay. So we'll take the cow hide, the goat hide. Let's just take all the leather strips, all the leather. We'll take all of this stuff. Oh, goodness. All right, we'll set up our tanning rack here. There. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to make this. Use. Well, welcome to the story, everybody. I'm excited to be embarking on yet another one. Should be fun.
What's our next move?
Okay, Dovahkiin's harness. I need steel ingots. Ah, okay. 30 leather strips, and I've got 34. Plenty of leather. Okay, so I just need the steel, and that's it. That must be assuming steel for a bit. Something like that. Okay. Let's look in our cargo again, and I believe our materials were in 3. Oh, steel ingots. Yes. Need 2 of those guys. All right. Now, once we have the harness, I don't know if we'll be able to just tether the horse, or if we have to actually stow the harness on the cart somehow, or what. We'll find out. All right. Okay, miscellaneous. Dovahkiin's harness. Let's make that. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Pick up that tanning rack. All right, let's try it again. Tether horse. Okay. So I'm thinking that we have to store it here, maybe? Let's have a look. Dovahkiin's harness. Store it. Okay. We've now stored that. Let's try it again. Tether horse. No. You need to make a horse harness. We did that. Ah. Dovahkiin's cart. Let's see what it tells us. Okay. Okay, now you can harness your horse. Okay. Call your cart with the power. This book gives you. Manufacture a bridle and give this to the warehouse compartment. Horse inventory in the cart menu. Okay. Now you can harness your horse. Okay, so we're looking for... Give this to the warehouse compartment. Horse inventory on the cart menu. Okay, so... Maybe we just put it in the wrong place, eh? Okay, so... Let's go have a look. Yeah. Okay, so... Let's go to cargo... Oh, there was a harness in there. Okay. I mean, it just says... I wonder if... Maybe I haven't claimed the horse yet, eh? I have done this before, but it has been such a long time since I kind of set up the infrastructure for Marl here that it's taken me a bit of time to kind of remember how this works. This is the Dragon Killer cart mod, and it is not exactly straightforward. Okay. Here's the beast. Excellent. So... I didn't see anything that... Okay, if I do tether horse, does not work. More horse system. Ah, horse inventory. Huh, we're getting there. Dovahkiin harness. Store. Okay. So I did have the presence of mind to... make a harness in advance. I didn't see it, however. But in a way, that's probably okay because I feel like it gave us an opportunity to... Or review a couple of things here. There we go. Oh, we did it. Okay, so there are several slots that are on the Dragon Killer cart that are devoted to different NPCs who might want to ride along. And you just place them in the slots. I think we can have 4. So you see Teldrin Sero, he has seat number 2, and then I've got 3 seats available, okay? And the speed is walking speed for this horse, all right? I think it's worth mentioning quickly. We are traveling with this Reekling. His name is Whack Whack, or Mr. Whack. And we are traveling with Teldrin Sero, also known as Mr. Sero. Okay? Obviously, Teldrin is a pretty standard Skyrim NPC. However, Whack Whack actually functions the same way that a pet-type companion would. So, you're able to travel with Whack Whack and with another follower without requiring you to get any, follower mods like AFT or anything like that. The other thing, however, is that because Whack Whack is not a standard follower, he's more like an animal companion. That's the way the game treats him. He's not able to ride in the cart. So from a roleplay perspective, we are saying that Mr. Whack does not like riding in the cart, so he does not ride in the cart. One of the things that is interesting about Whack Whack is his prized possession is his giant backpack, and it stands to reason if he were traveling in the cart, he would not be wearing the backpack, and he can't fathom the idea of not wearing his backpack. So, Mr. Whack shall walk, because that's what he prefers. Now, we shall drive this cart, shall we? Let's get on. Now, there's a whole bunch of confusing and sophisticated stuff here that has to do with how the cart is driven and how you set up the gear that comes with a cart and all of that kind of stuff. We're going to muddle our way through that as we go as well. And this is a really fun and exciting little mod, in my opinion. So I've only played with a little bit, so I'm hoping it'll serve us well. Anyway, there are a lot of different customizable options associated with the cart. One of the things that is a wee bit frustrating about the cart is the speed issue. I haven't found what I consider to be a particularly good travel speed yet. Like, this is too slow, and the next step up is kind of too fast. So, I don't know. We're going to play around with it a little bit. So what I'm doing here is I've got walking speed and running speed. No, my good man. I have my own ride. Can you not see this? Is it not evident from the cart I'm driving that I have a ride? Good grief. So the default speed that I've got set up is walking speed, and now I've just toggled running. So there we go. So then I can use walk speed to get around tight corners and stuff, but then we can travel. So what I thought would be fun is it kind of makes sense that a man who's devoted to research might spend some time, not all the time. This will be kind of special occasions that he'll take the cart, but we can set up remote campsites from the cart. Wait, did you hear that? Wait a minute. Everyone. Mr. Whack. Look. You heard the whisper. Right?
I grew up in the city of Blacklight.
Look, everyone.
If you ever get the chance,
Shh,
you
shh.
should visit.
Mr. Thero.
It's spectacular.
Mr. Thero. There was something. at our disposal. Ooh. Avenging rays and consuming power. Let's equip both of these. Now everybody, look. My senses are attuned to the presence of Lorcan particles, and that whisper indicates that somewhere nearby there is a creature flooded with these particles that has some ill intent. Keep your eyes open, gentlemen. It would seem that my theory is correct. The eruption of Red Mountain has spread Lorcan particles even as far as Skyrim. Ooh. Let us be non-threatening. Okay, back to the cart, gentlemen. Last thing we need is a bunch of soldiers confiscating our ride. Quickly. Ooh. Invigorating. Okay. Here we go. Okay, everybody back on, please. Except for you, Mr. Whack. I know you have reservations. Okay, getting on. Okay. Keep your eyes open. Ooh, I'm famished.
My father was a legionnaire.
Come, Mr. Whack.
So Marlevore's research is really focused on this idea that the eruption of Red Mountain in Morrowind has spread ash all over, and that this ash is charged with magical power, and that the objects and the life forms in particular that this ash settles on can absorb some of this power, and that in some instances it can have good effects, and in some instances it can have ill effects and cause people to do strange and unexplained things. So basically his theory starts with Neloth's idea that the Heartstones contain magic from inside of Red Mountain, because what we understand is that the legends are, of course, that the heart of Lorcan was at one point inside Red Mountain. Marlevore's theory takes it one step further and says that the ash is also imbued with these properties, and that wherever the ash settles in high concentrations in particular, you can have magical anomalies and phenomenon taking place. And all of his research has really been theorizing that this is the case. And he believes that the ash is much more serious than the Heartstones, and in effect much more sinister, because the ash is fine enough particles that it can be ingested by creatures and living organisms and cause them to do things that are strange. So that's kind of the basis of his research, really. So when he talks about Lorcan particles, he's talking about basically ash that's been charged with some of the magical power attributed to the ancient god Lorcan. So he's coined the phrase Lorcan particles, and he's written a whole treatise on this topic, which we will probably get into a little bit more as time goes on. So we're going to pull over here. Oh, excuse me. Yes, watch where you're going, son. You're going to get run down and trampled by a big beast here. Rolled over by a cart, perhaps. You too, goat. Excuse me. Ooh. Goodness. All right, gentlemen, let's take a break, shall we? I think that would be a good idea. My bones are tired. There is an inn here. Let us explore a little bit. Mr. Sarrow, this way, please.
I'm glad that I'm finally traveling with someone who seems competent. My last patron was killed trying to tackle an entire fort of bandits alone.
Yes, I believe we've discussed this. Not at length, but... So this would probably be a good time to talk about mods. You're going to find a mod list in the description below.
Take a seat and get the cold out.
However, I'm only going to put up any mods there that are obvious and that are mundane. If I've got a mod that I'm relying on to tell a part of the story that I don't want revealed, I won't list it. So it's definitely not a complete mod list. But those mods that I need you to see will definitely be listed there, and we can talk about them freely. So let's look at powers and active effects in particular. So Whispers. This is a ability that is for Dunmer that comes from the mod Imperious Races by Anai Scion. And what it says here is, your ancestors periodically indicate an enemy humanoid to slay for 25 points spirit favor and bonus gold. So, what I'm using that for in my story is that the Whisper is what we heard on the trip here to Dragonbridge. And when you hear that whisper, what it means is that in a radius around your character, there is some kind of enemy, an enemy of some sort that will glow yellow and will indicate that this is a humanoid that can be slain for favor and for extra gold. What I'm doing is I'm explaining this as, over the course of his research, when we think about the eruption of Red Mountain, it's been erupting pretty much continuously for 200 years. That is a lot of ash to go into the atmosphere. That is a lot of time for Marl to do research. During that time, he has become attuned to the effects of the ash, and more specifically, the Lorcan particles contained inside the ash. So when we hear that whisper, that means that his senses have told him that there is a creature nearby that is exhibiting the negative effects of the ash. So what he's looking to do is find those creatures and eliminate them before they can hurt someone. And his theory is that large doses of this Lorcan particles can make a person kind of go crazy and hurt other people. And that the Lorcan particles affect people differently, and that some people are more predisposed to violence than others. So when we hear that whisper, that really is him sort of being attuned to this idea that there are particles present. Now the problem is it happens within a radius around your character, and it's a fairly wide radius, and you have no idea which direction it's coming from. And the glow effect is really subtle. You have to be pretty dang close to the creature in order to see it. So when this happens, we will be looking for whatever that creature or life form is. There may be some occasions where we may not pursue that. It just depends on what else is going on in our adventuring and what the priority is and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of how that works, and I thought that would be good to explain to you now so that you know what I'm doing from a roleplay perspective when those things happen. Okay? And of course, we're using I need here, so...
Fade is the name. I keep the inn.
Hello, Fade. Firstly, I do require some food and refreshments, but I would very much like a room to sleep in, like with a real bed. I've been sleeping in a hammock on a ship for weeks, and my back is so sore, please. Rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Oh, splendid. Thank you so much. What have you got for sale?
Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
Uh-huh. Very good. Ale. I simply can't drink that. Goodness. I'm not much of a meat person. Leeks? I suppose I could eat that. Apples are good. I like apples very much. And tomatoes. Oh, I love tomatoes. I will take that. And these leeks, I guess. I'll take that. Ugh. Goodness. Let me see. Ugh, I really have nothing in trade. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Great. That would be splendid. Okay.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Whew. Rustic. Wow. It's very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mind you don't forget to sweep up, Julienne. The floor's looking a bit dusty.
I won't forget. I'll do it after I get the dishes cleaned.
You've been working hard lately.
Could
You'll
we
make a
perhaps
fine
take this
innkeeper
conversation
someday.
elsewhere so I can get some
Not in a
rest,
willow.
please? Excuse me. Thank
Something
you.
different about you. I can tell. Hope you ain't here to cause trouble.
What gave me away? Was it the Telvanni robes I'm wearing? Yes.
What's our next move?
Mr. Thero, we are staying here for the night. Please make yourself at home. If you wouldn't mind. Just, just relax, perhaps? There you go. Excellent. Mr. Whack, I suggest you find a nice cozy corner to bed down in. I'm going to sleep after I eat this apple. Delicious apple. Ooh, I have some cheese. Cheese. Apple. Water. Excellent. Leeks. You know, leeks aren't too bad. Depends on how they're prepared. More cheese. I do enjoy cheese.
You like my chitin armor? It was specially crafted.
Oh, Mr. Whack, listen to him. He's constantly going on about his armor. Now he's trying to impress the ladies with his armor, too. Oh, goodness. Oh, ladies, do you like my armor? It's so fantastic. It's pathetic, really. Okay, good night. Okay, so let's see. We're going to go with 12 hours. Marlivor is going to sleep for 12 hours. He is an older gentleman, so when I'm role-playing him, I'm going to play him with a few maladies, a few health issues. He's going to be kind of particular about his diet,
Don't get too far ahead.
things like that. Rise and shine. You are already risen, I see, my little purple friend. What have I got to eat? A tomato. Ugh. How about we cut up some of this goat cheese? Look at, have a wedge. Have a wedge, Mr. Whack. It's delicious. Okay, well. Good day to you. Thank you so much. With wonderful. Wonderful. Mr. Thero, we are leaving now, if you wouldn't mind. I require your assistance with the beast.
There's something you need.
What do you mean? Yes. I need some assistance. I just got done telling you. Please. How about you get behind me? There we go. Does that make you follow me? Or not? I told you to relax, but now I need you to unrelax. You are a bit too relaxed. Okay, very early in the morning. He's not coming, Mr. Whack. Could you run in and fetch him, please? Good grief. We have things to do. We can't just mill around all day long. Excuse me.
He's all right.
Oh, yes. Quite good, thank you. People are friendly. Good morning, beast. Good morning, beast. Let me see. So let's go to our powers, and I think we'll just go to tweak commands, actions, follow. My guess is that Mr. Cerro will join us. Yeah, here he comes. Oh, yeah. He was probably chatting up the ladies about his armor again. Off we go, gentlemen. Get on. Okay, Mr. Whack, do your best to keep up. I am quite a good cart driver, so you can expect blazing speed from me, without a doubt. Except for right now. Now we're going slow. Ah, yeah. Come on, beast. Yes, that's more like it. Brisk. Brisk pace. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching the very first episode of Ashes. I think it's going to be a fun, quirky, and interesting adventure. I hope you think so too. For those of you who are Patreon subscribers, be looking out for the first episode, Patreon-only companion episode to Ashes, featuring the Shadeling. That is going to be coming up here very quickly. And until next time, stay out of the ash.